Hi guys, good afternoon, 12:30, 8th of December. Just having a look over at gold here. Really good day yesterday, and I've been saying this for a while that I'd be bullish above sort of that 1824, 1823 region. Good support back in July, as I've previously said. Lovely double top, the 25th, 7th November. Broke above it, came back, hit support, and we importantly are back above now what was a really good support level. You can see through September, through October, November before we broke down. So quite key that we're above there. From a bullish perspective, you want to see 1857 hold. I mean, you probably would still be happy to be long above 1823. But for now, gold looks okay. If the dollar can remain weak, this thing, in my opinion, is going to fly, and we'll be back at 1950 relatively soon. And by January, I think we would be above there. That's just how I see it. Dollar strength comes in, this thing can come back lower, and it's a different story. The pound yesterday, good reversal. It is actually lower today. I just got a couple of levels marked up here. Let me just remove them. But I quite like this market to come down a tiny bit more as we start having to price in a no deal, even though I think it's definitely not going to happen. The market has to price in some sort of percentage of that happening. I think some banks, or one bank has got it as a 50-50 chance. I don't see it as that. Others more down to 30%. If that is to be true, then I can see us coming back to 131. Ultimately, I would love to get long at 128 on the futures, and 127.50. These levels will be all be points I'd seriously consider getting long. You can just see that 127.49, just call it 50. Very good price action going back there for a couple of years now. So yeah, that's down for the moment. The euro, obviously a great week last week, is actually still up for now, and I'm still bullish the euro as long as we stay above that 120 sort of high that we had back on the 1st of September. And in terms of the next area of real key resistance, if we can get above last week's high, I think this market can go quite quickly towards 123, a real key support point from September 2018. So yeah, intraday it may well be contained for a while, but I would be interested to see what happens if we can break above the double top from last week, and that's when I think we would get a more aggressive push to the upside. To the downside, like I said, 120 handle has to go before this market can really push lower. The S&P been grinding higher, a couple of days as it stands to the downside, but limited. And I think with this market, unless we're really going to aggressively move lower and potentially get below, what level is this, 36.40s, then I think the bulls are going to be relatively happy. Reason being, just a nice trend line from the low that we had after COVID, and yes, it got messy through the sort of election period, but it has been respected since. And also for it to get below there, it's also got to go back below the 16th of November high. So yeah, I'm confident this market can remain elevated as long as this point remains intact. I think we do come back down to test it. But at the moment, the bulls won't be too worried. And from an opportunity to get long, you can see we've developed quite a nice trend line from the all-time high to this morning's high as well. So that could be something people look at later on as an opportunity. It could well be that we've just seen the low of the day as well. You can see the low that we had from Friday just being reached, and a decent reaction already seen there. Anyway, guys, hope you all have a great trading day. I'll catch you all tomorrow.